we're gonna go in order as these aired. So PlayStation, Sony, they went first. They had for I think the first time, I would argue the first time this generation, a banger state of play, like an actual like from beginning to end. There was a lot shown that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Than there has been in the past.
I would say, like, percentage-wise, I was interested in far more games in this
than the other two showcases.
Than a showcase I've seen in a long time, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
There was stuff like as we go through them, it's just like, just go ahead and read down.
I'll go ahead and start. So it opened with Illumina's Arise,
Incredible.
which is made from the people that made Tetris Effect. So that was literally how it opened.
Yeah.
Like nobody would have ever guessed that was what they're gonna open
like
with,
I love Luminesce, such a great puzzle game, but like I never would have thought we'd get another one just because it never really seemed like it was
right.
I guess popular enough to get another one, but like I'm excited for that.
Capcom brought back Pragmata, which I'm
real.
excited about. It's real.
A game.
They actually had to like at the end of that trailer, like we're sorry or whatever thing, like fade and then have like 2026.
I think it looks good.
Real.
It looks
good. It's a real game.
Yeah.
I will say it is the only game at this showcase that specifically highlighted the footage was being shown on a PS5 Pro, which I thought was interesting. Suda 51 has a new game that I think looks cool. But it's a Suda 51 game. It's wild.
It also
weird.
just gave me very big, like it's no more heroes, but it's not.
Yeah,
kind of vibe.
Romeo is a dead man.
We have finished No More Heroes. We're gonna turn it into something else.
Yeah,
kind of like how Lollipop Chainsaw is kind of a No More Heroes game too. Like they all have the same flow and function, but that's not a bad thing. It's his game. If you like his games, you like his games. If you don't,
you'll
you
be
don't.
into it.
Yeah.
Silent Hill F got a release date of September 25th. Spoiler right now, a lot of September release dates in this showcase. So Silent Hill F is coming out September 25th. Still, the game still looks fantastic. I'm really looking forward to that.
Really creepy.
Really creepy. Yeah, like they're really bringing the creep factor in on that
like
one.
it.
I like that a lot. Yeah. So
it reminds me more of like PS2 era like horror games where they really lean into like the Japanese style shit, and that stuff would always get
way creepy.
Way crazy.
I think a Fatal Frame.
Siren, like
Siren is a good one too.
Siren's not a great game, but like the concept of it is
pretty creepy.
Fucked up.
Yeah. One of my favorite surprise announcements of the showcase, the Bloodstain. It's a prequel. So it's not a sequel. Bloodstain prequel, Bloodstain: The Scarlet Engagement looks awesome.
Looks very good.
We did confirm after it is not a 2-player game. You're playing as two characters at the same time, which is a bummer.
I thought about it too, is like, and we were texting each other, and like it kind of looks like it, but it really looked more like you were at most swapping back and forth.
Yeah. It kind of seems like, but hey, whatever. I've been waiting for a Bloodstain.
Oh, speaking of that, like you realize like that Castlevania thing's on the premium thing, and we can go back, right?
Which one are you talking about?
The multiplayer Castlevania HD thing.
It is, but it's streaming only. It's a PS3 game.
Oh, that's right. Maybe we
that's
talked
what kills
about it before. Yeah,
that kills it. Yeah. You want to play an online multiplayer game through a stream?
We should try it, though, right?
Should we try it?
We should try it.
It is?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try it. Maybe we'll try
I'll install. It's
that game.
Or not
is
even
incredible.
Install. It's a stream. Yeah, I love that game. It's fun.
Digimon Story Time Stranger, which like I'm not a big Digimon person, but I think the game looks cool.
Man, I'm pissed. There's a $130 version of that game. I'm probably gonna end up buying.
October 3rd.
It's got a season pass and like all kinds of extra content, all that stuff.
Another banger announcement from this showcase: Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered.
We did it. The one
September 30th.
The one that needed to be remade got remade,
and it is what we wanted it to be when we were talking about it the last podcast episode. It's like it's not a full like crazy 3D remake. It's exactly what you wanted to.
And it's got classic and remastered mode. Mm-hmm. Like it is what it should be. That game didn't need to be touched. It needed to just be able to be played on this system.
The Weird Baby Steps game that's been shown with like the last like 8 showcases finally has a release date of September 8th.
Weird.
I'm not sure who that's for.
Not at all.
Probably Twitch people to stream it.
Yeah, I was about to say, as soon as I saw it, I thought it was
a streaming game.
Yeah.
I don't remember this Hirogami game, but maybe that was shown very quickly. That's out September 3rd. Another big one here, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots. I love the play on the title alone there.
Well,
September 5th.
Because it's been known as both in multiple countries across the world for decades, but those are always so good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that looks awesome. I didn't realize. So, like, I think what's the other franchise that's getting another one of these too? And I'm getting them confused because they announced Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, which is a 2D Ninja Gaiden game,
right?
But there was that other one that got announced. I think at like an Xbox showcase or something.
What was it? I know what you're talking about. It's
the and I can't think of it's the other one. And that's where I got these two games confused because that comes out in August. This is out July 31st.
This game looks incredible.
The game looks cool. No, it looks good. That mountain climbing adventure game, Karn, November 5th.
Yeah, and that was just another game where I watched it and went, yeah, okay. That one didn't get to me as much because it's kind of whatever.
But are you in on the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection?
I mean, yes and no. I don't like the internet seems to be like.
They seem
this is
very
the greatest fucking thing that's ever
they are
happened.
into. Okay, I thought they were down.
From what I've seen, people love it, but to me, I don't need another thing of like Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 again. I'm more interested in why can't we get playable versions of like 5 and 6?
Why can't we get the PS2 era? Yeah,
that's the era I want. I don't need the Super Nintendo to Dreamcast era. I want the PS2 era. 5, 6, 7, and if you could give me 5, 6, 7 like that trilogy and Shaolin Monks in a package, I'm sold immediately. But
no, I agree. I mean, I will get that. I mean, I'm not
the kind of thing where like if it ends up at like 20, 30 bucks at some point, it'd be hard not to get it.
Sony announced their own official fight stick. Which, I mean, that's cool for the fighting game fans.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm not a big fighting game person outside of, like, Mortal Kombat. But
it's weird to me it hasn't existed until now.
Yeah, it is a little weird. Usually it's been, like, what, Hori? Hori's usually the big... Yeah. So, but that's cool still, regardless. Metal Gear Solid... I always forget to call it Delta Snake Eater. Got another trailer here. We've known the release date for a while is August 28th. I am looking forward to playing that remake of it. One of the like more popular, like I think when I looked up after one of the most popular trailers, which surprises me from this showcase because I am in no way into this franchise at all. I had forgotten that we've even made it this far, but Neo 3 was announced for I think early next year.
Hey, do you like samurai games? Here's another one.
Exactly, like that's the thing. It's like it's another samurai game.
Like shit.
So
like there's a lot.
Making a lot of those right now, right? They had a brief VR2. I will give Sony credit at this showcase. They did not spend their obligatory 10 minutes on VR and like have a ton of indie games here that people maybe not care about. They seem to really keep it to a minimum. But they did have VR stuff here. They had Thief VR, which I thought it was funny. We're resurrecting that franchise in VR. There was this weird, it almost reminded me of like a funky version of Sea of Thieves, this Tides of Tomorrow game, that they showed. It's an asynchronous multiplayer game where each player's experience will impact other players running through the world. I don't know, like I looked at it as like a mix of Sea of Thieves and like Journey is what it kind of seems like.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm not the audience for that game, is what I would say. Like I looked at it and said, it's not for me. Astrobot's getting 5 new challenge levels. They've been consistently releasing those. They're also bringing back that controller, but it has like it's like a different version of it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be something slightly different.
A little bit different, but that controller was incredibly popular. Sea of Remnants was another game that was shown. Also kind of a Sea of Thieves vibe to it.
This game
but this is more...
Also, it's free to play.
Oh, it is.
It's one of those kind of things. So I wouldn't put too much stock into it, other than
not too excited about it.
It's a Sea of Thieves ripoff that's like a free to play kind of a thing where maybe when it comes out I give it a shot because you know me, I play all that crap. But
from the people that made Abzu and the Pathless, their next game, Sword of the Sea, is coming out. It looks okay.
Boy,
journey-ish.
That guy just makes the same game, doesn't he?
Right?
Yeah. like not that that's bad, but it's just it's the same game.
We talk about what I think you and I could probably collectively agree would be the banger of the showcase.
Banger of the weekend.
Okay.
It wasn't even close. Like nothing else is close. For you, there's one.
For me, there's one other.
But I would argue.
This is a close second for me.
I would argue this has more potential than the one you.
Yeah, because we don't know everything about that.
Right.
Whereas we know a lot more about this now. But we finally got our first real look at the James Bond game from the makers of Hitman, 007 First Light. It is incredible. Exactly what I would want.
Incredible.
It to be, right?
It's exactly what it should be.
It is. We're not basing him on any kind of movie Bond at all. It's just his origins. It looks incredible.
He gets to be visually his own character. We get to play out the story the way we want to do it. It can go anywhere we want.
You can see the Hitman like footprint of all this entire game, right?
But in the best way possible, because when they announced that they were making it, if you thought about like who would you want to do this, or what would you want a Bond game to be? Yeah. After we've gone through we had the PS2 era run of Agent Under Fire, Nightfire. Those are good for what they are because they were more of GoldenEye coming into current thing at the time, and then they changed it to Everything or Nothing, which is essentially a James Bond movie they made for a game.
Yeah, no, that game is
great game. But then after that franchise tanked off. They did that weird GoldenEye Rogue Agent game. That game sucked.
The game sucks
bad. They
so bad.
They did what? Quantum Solace is fine. Quantum Solace is fine.
From Russia.
But that's PS2 era though. I'm going forward into
Rogue Agent was bad.
Rogue Agent was bad.
Yeah.
They did that Legends thing. Terrible
game.
Quantum Solace was good because it was made by the guys who made Call of Duty. But it was a weird thing where there's a Quantum Solace game, but there aren't any other games from that era.
From those movies.
So, and it just kind of sticks out as a sore thumb kind of a thing.
Well, didn't Legends also do the thing where you're replaying other Bond movies, but you're playing as Daniel Craig?
Yeah, and then they added, really weird. Skyfall into it was just a mess.
It was a mess.
So, and then Bloodstone, not good.
I forgot about Bloodstone.
Yeah, but when they said they were making this, it's okay, I can see what they're going to do with it. And then when they showed it, it's thank God. I love that it's got there's parts where you're driving the car. That's important for a Bond game. I think that people might feel like it takes you out of it, but it's important for a Bond game.
Yeah.
I'm amped. I'm amped for this.
Well, it looks pretty good. Especially at a time where that movie, the movie franchise is kind of in a hellhole right now.
It's just in a hard pause.
Yeah, it's in a hard pause. This is a good way to keep it going. With a different medium.
Well, and even if the movie franchise starts up again, it's fine because now you've established your own universe. Yeah. And we can easily add, the way Hitman did it, we can easily add DLC packs or content or levels or missions or tons of other things could be added to this. My hope would be that I think this will do really well. I don't think it has I don't
think it's going to be. Yeah, I think it will.
It would have to have some kind of colossal preview mistake where they're no, it doesn't work for it to not do well. So to get maybe another one or something, it's just I'm super excited for it, and the fact that it comes out next year, great.
Yeah, I mean it's the kind of thing too. When it was announced, it kind of was for a while when are they going to announce it? But I kind of figured it would be within a year from when they want to launch it. They'll probably start.
That was the only
thing
I was worried about. Is we'd finally see something, and then they'd be they either wouldn't say anything, or it would be 27, or because it's important to note that a lot of the stuff of this show was 26, and
a lot of stuff.
A lot of it was.
It didn't make me feel bad because a lot of the show, the stuff that said 26, it's okay, I'm actually really interested in it though, so I am willing to wait for it.
And I have more faith,
and the dates seem real,
that this stuff will come out next year. Whereas Microsoft's no,
right.
The weirdest thing of this whole conference was they did show Ghost of Yotei, but they showed nothing really.
I don't know why it was here.
We're going to talk more about it in July. I don't know. For me, everything about the marketing of this game has just been really deafened for me. I'm not interested. No, and I played in Platinum the first one.
I need to go.
But I don't know, man. It's not doing anything for me like the first one did. And they ended on
surprise of the show.
Incredible,
fucking incredible announcement.
a brand new Marvel fighting game from the people that make the Arc systems. So they make the Guilty Gear games.
Yeah.
So it's in that crazy anime art style.
Well, because when they first started showing it, I was like, is this a new Guilty Gear? Like, that's cool, but that's not how you end a show.
That looks like Tony Stark.
But then it's like, is that like fucking like anime Iron Man? And then it's just like, oh shit. It looks awesome.
It looks like a dope Gundam.
Yeah.
Marvel Toku Fighting Souls is the name of the game. This is gonna slay when it comes out.
Oh, it's 100%.
It's gonna be huge.
I just
laughed.
It looks
100%.
It's like those last couple Marvel vs. Capcom games kind of, I don't think did what they wanted them to do.
No.
So they finally said, they went to Sony and said, we feel like we could make something. And Sony was like, okay, let's do it. And like, it's 4v4, but it's got cool things where like, you can either, I think there's a mode where like you can tag out and like switch between them. There's also one where like you just play as like the main person and then you can call the other guys in to do stuff. And like, they've only shown, 8 characters or so. This is going to have like 44 fucking characters.
I hope so.
And I think the art style is great. I'm totally playing the game in Japanese because their voices sound awesome. Like, just it looks like fluid. And
it's
incredible.
A really cool partnership. The people behind, like every aspect of the people behind it, between Sony, between Arc System Works and Marvel, they all seem like incredibly passionate about making.
They did that little like vignette thing where they talk. I'll admittedly, as someone who's very excited for this game, that was too long. But it's too long for the last thing they're going to show.
Yeah, because I kind of like, as it was going on, I'm like, okay, maybe they are going to show one more thing after this. They did,
but just like everybody seems super excited. The amount of work they put in, like, I think this game's going to blow up because it looks like what you wanted MVC to be, and now it's a bummer. Like, we're not going to have Capcom stuff in it, but maybe we don't need them anymore, man.
Yeah, so I mean, for me, this was a hell of a showcase for Sony. Like, I walked away from it very excited for the first time.
Yes,
because I went into it like, oh, another state of play. What kind of garbage are we going to be thrown? Where we're going to be just disappointed at the end of it? And I was walked away very excited for most things that were shown.
There's like 8 or 9 games in here that I am very excited for, and it was a very good mix of like music, puzzle, fighting, James Bond, the Digimon game, a golf game. Like, there's just so much stuff that I'm
packed a lot in an hour.
Yeah, and just like as a show, incredible show, the best show they've had. I can't think of a better one.
Yeah, I would say of this console generation, easily their best showcase, I think, that they've had. So,